Hello everyone, I am Assistant Professor Yasvi Shejai from Agricultural Engineering Department, and this is the session of GE 206, and this is lecture number 5, which includes different types of building materials. For example, concrete, then properties of concrete, then slump test, examples, then curing, cement, surkhi, mortar, timber, gravels, lime, bricks, etc. Okay. So first building material is that concrete, and concrete is defined as mixture of cement, sand and coarse aggregates, means gravels, and water in correct proportion and thoroughly mixed so that upon setting it form a rock like mass. Okay, that is called as concrete. Okay, it is particularly suitable for the foundations, pillars, walls, floors, and for constructing the water tanks. Okay, and it is comparatively strongest and more durable than the brick masonry, and is specially adaptable to watertight construction. Now, what is mean of masonry? Masonry is the building of the structures from individual units and which are often laid in and bound together by mortar. Now, what is mean by mortar? Mortar, it is the mixture of cement, sand and water. Okay. Now, what is mean by lime mortar? Lime mortar, it is the mixture of lime, sand or aggregates and water. Okay. Now, the next point is that but the cost of construction is comparatively higher of the in case of concrete. For best results in concrete works, the following procedure should be observed. Now, what is the procedure for that? All the aggregates are in the proper proportion. Okay, and then the coarse aggregates are properly washed and the sand is properly sieved. Okay, these are the requirements for the good preparation of the concrete. Then thorough mixing of the ingredients is done. Then careful pouring and thorough tamping is done. Okay, and after the concrete is laid, proper curing is done for the period of about week or 10 days. Okay, now what is meant by curing? Curing of concrete is the process of strengthening it through the hydration. Okay, that is called as curing. This is the example of curing process by ponding method. Okay, now the next point is that properties of concrete, and this is most important point. And first property of the concrete is that it should have high compressive strength. Okay, and then free from corrosion and atmospheric weathering. Now, what is meant by atmospheric weathering? It is there is a change in appearance of the concrete by the effect of air, sun, etc. Okay, so it should be free from atmospheric weathering. It means it should have less effect of the different environmental or atmospheric factors like air, sun, velocity, whatever, etc. Okay, then strength improves with age. Okay, the concrete strength improves with the age, means day by day, as it improves with the time. Okay, then hard surface is resistant to the abrasion and prone to shrinkage due to the evaporation of the water. The concrete starts shrinking due to the evaporation of water and it develops hardness. Okay, and when there is development of hardness, it enough resistant to the abrasion. Okay, now the next material is that cement. The term cement is usually applied to product known as Portland cement. Okay, for the cement, the another name is that Portland cement. Okay, which is defined as the product that is obtained by finally pulverizing clinker, and that clinker produced by calcining to incipient fusion in intimate and properly proportioned mixture of argillaceous and calcareous material with no additions subsequent to the calculations accepting water and calcinite or uncalcinite gypsum. The term cement is usually applied to the product known as Portland cement, or cement is also called as Portland cement. And firstly, the cement is used in 19th century, and that person name is Aspidon, Joseph Aspidon. And why it is called as Portland cement? Because the name is given from the stone of Isle of Portland, that is situated in the England. Okay, there is that is the one Iceland, and the part of that small Iceland is called as Isle. Okay, and the stone that is obtained there, and that is similar to the cement, so it is called as Portland cement. Okay, so first name is given to the cement in 19th century, that is Portland cement. And let's see the definition of the cement. The product obtained by finally pulverizing clinker. Okay, clinker, it is the small stone or stone like material that is obtained from the burnt coal or furnace. Okay, so all the procedure is take place in a furnace, and that produced by calcining to incipient fusion an intimate and properly proportioned mixture of argillaceous and calcareous material. Okay, so this process is obtained by the mixing of argillaceous and calcareous material, and that process is calcination. Okay, now what is meant by calcination? In this product, a particular product is heated at a high temperature but below the melting or fusion point, okay, which causes loss of moisture, reduction, oxidation and decomposition of carbonates and other material. Okay, that process is called as calcination, and the cement is obtained by the process of calcination by mixture of calcareous and argillaceous material. Okay, and argillaceous materials, which the main ingredient or main constitute in that, that is the clay, or it is made up from the clay. Okay, and calcareous material generally made from the calcium carbonate. Okay, and there is no additions subsequent to calcination excepting water and calcinide or uncalcinide gypsum. Okay, now the calcareous material, which constitute 75% of the total weight of the cement, may be lime or limestone, chalk, shell or combination of this, and the argillaceous material, the remaining 25%, consist of clay, shell or blast furnace slag or a combination of this, and these ingredients are mixed in very exact proportion, and the mixture is thoroughly ground and heated to the beginning of the fusion about 15,500 degrees Celsius in large kiln or in large furnace, and then allowed to cool. Okay, and after that finally about 2 to 3% of gypsum is added, and then the mixture is again ground to a very fine plastered, and after which it is packed in a gunny bags and to dispatch for a use, and that all this overall procedure of cement preparation. Okay, and each bag full of cement weight about 50 kg and is about 0.35 meter cube in volume, or 1.23 feet cube in volume. Okay, next type of building material, that is lime, and lime refers to the type of material used in building construction which is composed of calcium carbonate, and pure lime is prepared by calcinating, that is heating to red heat and limestone or shell of sea animals over a given burning period, with the result that the original element is split up into calcium oxide and carbon dioxide, which escapes into the atmosphere. Okay, and calcium oxide is a friable material known as lime or quicklime. So the pure lime is prepared by the procedure of calcination. We already discussed about procedure of calcination in concrete, in concept of concrete, and that is generally prepared from the limestone or shell of sea animals to a given burning period, and original material is split into two components, calcium oxide and carbon dioxide. Carbon dioxide is escaped into the atmosphere, and calcium oxide, it is the pure lime. Okay, it is also known as lime or quicklime. In order to make use of the lime flush prepared for building construction, water is added to it. Okay, and the material undergoes a change and accompanied by the heat and effervescence, then air bubbles and steam being discharged when it is mixed with water. All these processes takes place, and the combined state thus obtained is called as slaked lime or hydrate of lime, and the process is called as slaking. Okay, the addition of pure lime into the water, that process is called as slaking. Then depending upon the proportion of calcium and magnesium lime, it's classified as follows. First one, that is flat or pure lime, which containing 95% or more calcium oxide. Then poor or lean lime containing less than 95% of CaO or calcium oxide. Then hydraulic lime containing 15 to 30% of clay in it. Then magnesium lime, which consists of 10 to 25% of magnesium oxide, and last one is that dolomite lime containing 25% of over 25% of magnesium oxide. Okay, now the next building material, that is sand, and sand is generally known as fine aggregates, and it is always smaller than 2 mm in size. Okay, and the two classes of sand which are commonly used in as a building material, first one, that is coarse, that is about 1.5 mm, and fine sand, that is about in size of 0.2 mm. Okay, and sand used in India is generally collected from the river beds, and it should be free from organic matter and clay. Okay, after that, sand with excess of silt and clay is unsuitable as an aggregate because clay interferes with the proper hardening of the cement, and thus it reduces the strength of the cement of strength of the concrete of the mortar. Okay, so it should be so there should be less content of silt and clay. Okay, the next building material, that is gravel, and the size of the coarse aggregate used in making concrete ranges from 6 and 75 mm, that is about 1/4 and 3 inch. Okay, and it can be broken rocks, brick ballast, water worn pebbles, then stone, coal cinders or slag from the blast furnace, and the aggregate size of about 7.5 centimeter and up to 22.5 centimeter are known as coarse aggregates, but they are generally not used in making the concrete used on a farms, and for the floors and foundations the size preferred is about 4 centimeter. Okay, then there are three types of gravels. First one, that is Kankar. It is the variety of limestone containing about 15 to 30% of clay and sand in it, and it is a grey in color, and the hard variety is used for making light traffic roads and also for building purposes. Okay, then after that, Murum. It is decomposed laterite, generally found close to laterite quarries, and this is red in color and used for the metalled roads. Okay, and last one is that shingles, and shingles are large water worn pebbles found in river beds, and they are used as road metal or in the concrete when better stones are not available. Okay, now we will stop here. Remaining building materials will be completed in the next session. So thank you for listening.